What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Misguided Goddess podcast. This is the Misguided Goddess, the self care captain, Goddess Ceion. Sisters, how y'all feel? Brothers, y'all all right? I hope that y'all are all right. I know everybody right now head is in a tizzy with this whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. It's getting crazy out here, y'all. It's getting crazier and crazier every day, and I won't really speak much on it, but can I just say that I love Twitter right now? Like, Twitter has been cracking me up all day, all night for like a week now, and this is the Twitter that I love. This is the Twitter that I love. Everybody's bringing their A game jokes to Twitter right now, and I am loving it. Like, that's to me, I like it when we all watch something all together or something is happening and we're all talking about it together. It's so funny. It's like you're just sitting around chatting with your homeboys about the same thing, and then they homeboys come, and then they homeboys come. And I always say homeboys when I really just mean friends, y'all. I'm a '90s girl, you know. So I know a lot of people don't be understanding my lingo sometimes, but very much so. I was born in '91. Shout out to Larry June. But this it's oof, it's spicy. It's real spicy. I'm gonna say this, y'all. When y'all are now seeing right now, when people tell y'all like, see them quiet people, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Cause if they would have left that man alone, that man wouldn't be out here going crazy on these beats right now. On the and Alchemist. I love Alchemist. Alchemist is one of my favorite producers. I, when the beat came on, I was like, "Oh, this sounds familiar." Not familiar, but like, "Oh, I know this. I know this work. I know this work. I know this work." Okay, I see. I know this work. I like that about him. It's like he just has this like signature on his beats, and it's like you can hear it. Like you can hear him signing his signature in his beats. I love that. It was amazing. The beat was amazing. I mean, the song was awesome also. Like Kendrick is showing us why he won the Pulitzer. Like, I'm gonna give him that. I'm gonna give him that. But let's move on. When I say how y'all feel, I really wanted to know like how y'all feel. And the craziest thing about about everybody paying attention to this beef right now is the fact that May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month, and I'm pretty sure that like not I'm pretty sure that that's not what I wanted to word it. I wanted to say I love the fact that in like the first beef, not beef, but the first diss song, Euphoria, Kendrick was actually talking about like therapy and mental health and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so on brand. This is so on brand for me. Happy tourist season. Like that. I don't know if everybody else picked it up. He mentioned like therapy in multiple songs. And I kept thinking, like, I was like, I want to make sure I said it on the pod this week. Like, a self care king we stand, okay? My good Gemini brother. That's another thing. They always have this thing like, Kendrick is a Gemini sun. I'm also a Gemini sun. Everybody knows Gemini in the zodiac is the twins. People always say like, oh, because Gemini they two faced, blah blah blah. Nah, it's really a twin, and when that other twin takes over, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. I personally only had to see my twin a couple times in my life, but I like to keep that person wherever that person is, because that person ain't this personality that y'all getting on the airwaves. I never want to go over there. That oof, she ain't the one. Don't wake her up. I don't. I'm telling y'all now. If you know a Gemini, you have a Gem. Yeah, like I have a friend that has a Gemini kid, and she's always like, "This boy's really a Gemini. Like this is this and this is this." And I'm telling her like, let him be fun and free and happy, because if that other twin shows up, it's gonna be hella captain, and we don't want that. I mean, and I always also get, and this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I always get, oh my gosh, you're a Gemini. You the only Gemini I like. you're the only Gemini I like, or like this, that, and the third. Like, oh my gosh, I can't stand Geminis, but I mean, you cool. And I'm like, nah. I also have an Aquarius moon, so that I feel like that balances me out. It's like I got two cool. I got a lot of cool stuff in that good old birth chart there. I'm going on and on and on, and I know some of my listeners are probably like, "What the hell is she talking about?" But if you don't know, I am very much into tarot, astrology, numerology, human design, all of that. I love doing people's birth charts. I've done all of my siblings, all of my nieces and nephews. If you send me your birth certificate, I'm gonna do your birth chart. Like if we're talking about it, I'm gonna ask you. Some people be scared, and I'm like, well, just give me the information and I'll do it myself. I want to do it for me, so that way I can better understand how this relationship would better flow for the both of us. Like I've done that for like me and, like I said, with me and my siblings. They didn't know at the time that I did their birth charts. I'm pretty sure I ended up telling them by now. I know at least two of them I definitely told, like, yeah, you have this as your sun, you have this as your moon, you have this as your rising sign. This means this means this means this. We can definitely get into that if you all are interested in me doing like an episode where I basically talk about birth charts and human design. Human design is something that like I learned about that like in the past few years, like maybe 2 or 3 years or so. That's something that's kind of new to me, but it's very interesting. For human design, I am a projector, and I when I learned about like how projectors like work and how they, because that's what it's going to, human design in my opinion, it helps you understand how you work, like how you work, like not, and when I say work, I do mean like your career. Like I get that, like to me, that, or at least that's what human design helped me best understand with me picking my career choices. Like not even like me being a podcaster or me being an author, but also me actually like being at my day job. It helped me definitely understand a better way of working with this company to you to like, so that I can enjoy. I realized like 7 times just now I say the word like. That's a habit that I have been working on. It goes and comes where I just say like a lot. And I'm hearing myself say it. But anyway, it helped me understand how I can put my energy, my best energy into whatever it is that I'm doing work wise, career wise. And in that way I'm not overexerting myself or I'm not draining my energy. And honestly, I want to go back to me talking about because and trust me, y'all, it all ties in. I want to go back to talking about this being Mental Health Awareness Month. May 1st, I sat at my work desk and I took a deep breath and I logged into work and I was like, it's really May 1st and I'm at work right now. Like I'm at my desk in my home, burning incense, got music playing, and it's going to be a good day. In 2023, May 1st, 2023, I was not able to say the same. I was not in a great place mentally. I've discussed having a mental imbalance, not a mental imbalance, having a physical imbalance, um, with like depression and anxiety. It's like a chemical imbalance. That's what I was trying to say, not a physical imbalance, a chemical imbalance. And at that time, it was not a good time. And then on top of that, it was like I felt so depleted, but I did not know why. It was so weird. It was like, I've been going to work and I've been hanging out with my friends, and I should be happy, but why am I feeling like this? Like, what is this? And it took me 4 months to figure out what the issue was, and I work from home. Like, my regular job is I work from home. And for me to be a person that works from home and can't go to work, like, that's insane. And when I told people what was happening with me, of course they thought that it sounded like I was just whining. And it's like, no, I'm not whining. Y'all got to understand, I'm really pushing myself to do things, and it doesn't feel good. Like, it doesn't feel Not even that it don't feel good, because not everything is going to feel good every day, but it's like if for 20 days straight you're in a not feeling good mood, that's not good. That's not healthy. And I'm so grateful. My point in saying all this is just the fact that I sat at my desk on the 1st of May in gratitude. Like, that was the biggest thing. Every single time I start to feel depressed, and I know that, yeah, it is chemical, but the way that I've been able to kind of calm it down a little bit is to sit in gratitude as often as I can. Because even though there are things that I want that I don't currently have, I know that, one, I can have anything I want. I might not get it right now, but it's on the way. I can do that. Like, that is God's plan. That's God's will for me. I can do whatever I want. We all were blessed to have our own free will. So we can do whatever we want. We can have whatever we want. We can be whatever we want. And for some reason, that has been the thing that has been working for me. And I feel like my um it's always weird for me to call him my pastor, because I don't feel like it's like a church like that. But he is a reverend, and I'm I speak about the spiritual community that I'm a part of all the time, Agape, and we're led by Reverend Michael Bernard Betwitt. He put that into perspective for me, as far as feeling depressed and feeling just like low energy and feeling depleted, and to just in those moments be present and breathe and show gratitude for every breath that you are taking. And I am, like I said, even just being there. And when I tell y'all, on the first, I jumped up out the bed, took a walk, had breakfast, wrote down some stuff. That's an awesome morning for me, to get up out of my bed and get to go and take a nature walk, and to be able to eat breakfast, and a healthy, sustainable breakfast where I'm not going to be hungry in 2 minutes. I'm going to like not be hungry for, I don't know, 2 hours, whatever. But to do that and be grateful for those things, like focusing on that, that has helped me in a bigger way than I expected it to not be just super depressed or super sad or stuff like that. And I know that sometimes it may seem so difficult. It may seem so hard. It may seem so hard. But if you pause and take a breath, just take a breath, take a deep breath, and then show gratitude for that breath that you just took, it's something in your heart that just is chemically, it'll just make you feel a little bit better, because you're like, okay, I have this thing, and I'm so grateful for this thing, and I'm so thankful to have this thing. And the thing for me that day was me being in the correct mind space, so that I was able to do what it was that I needed to do that day, and still had a good day. Had an awesome day. Talked to some friends, definitely talked to my mom, my sister, and it was good. It was really good, and I was really grateful for that. And I'm like, I can't wait to record so I can make sure that I say that on my pod like a year later, and I'm in a totally different place, and I'm so grateful. I mean, I was in a different place again, like I was saying, 4 months after that, because I just had this like breakdown. And it's just like, when you have a people who have been through a depressive episode, where it was one of those episodes where I don't have any energy to do anything, I don't have the mental capacity to take on anything, y'all gonna feel what I'm talking about. To get out of that and to just be in a space where you're like, okay, you know what? This cool. This cool. I call it contentment. And I think that I feel like there's a better word for it than contentment, but I'm going to go with contentment for right now, because contentment is a great place for you to have a clear and level head. And then that way, if it is something that you want to work on, or something that you want to create, or something that you want to produce, when you are in a content mind state, then it's easier for you to go into like a meditation where you can just think things through, where you can just shoot off what Esther Hicks called rockets of desires. And when you shoot those off, those rockets, you're putting that out into the universe, and then the universe is like, you know what? Yeah, this would be cute for you. I like this on you. Let me get this to you. Here you go. Let me align this for you. Let me present this opportunity for you. And it's good. And I can't even lie. Like even before the first, I was April was lovely for me. Let me take you back. April was lovely for me. I was able to start my podcast back. I was able to finally get a YouTube video up. This episode, I'll just say it now, will not be streamed on YouTube. I thought that I was ready for that, and I am not. I still have some things to learn. So bear with me, loved ones. I appreciate it. But it was a lot trying to get that video up, and it's a lot. And like I told y'all years ago, I'm a one woman show over here. So until I'm able to get that team and producers and all of that, which I don't even know if it'll get to that, honestly. But I'm gonna put it out there because I would like it to be bigger than what it is. I love doing this. Like I said, it's literally one of my favorite things. And even when I'm like sitting around and I'm like, I don't know what I want to talk about on my podcast this week. I don't know what I want to talk about. It's like, girl, turn that mic on. Turn that mic on, girl. So for right now, like I said, we just gonna chat right here on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, uh, and then we'll get to YouTube when we get to YouTube. I'm gonna make it real cute. You already know. But if you have not seen the last episode on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm looking forward to growing in that area. Like I said, I want to say that was I can't remember if it was the last episode or like the one right before that. I can't remember if it was 60 or 59. But one of those, I was talking about how I've been wanting to do YouTube since like 2016. So you would think like I already know how to do all of this, but no. I just had that as a thought in my head, and now I'm actually like putting the time in to learn about the craft and just learning as I go. And it's been good. I've learned a lot, especially with like how the sound is supposed to be and how the video is supposed to be and the formats and stuff like that. Like it's all very interesting to me. So I'm like, how people who have I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's ADD or ADHD, whatever, but we get hyper fixated on things. And when you get hyper fixated on something, you just want to read all about it. And that's kind of how I am right now. I'm not really a read all about it kind of girl. I'm more of a watch a YouTube video about it, have somebody tell me how to do it kind of girl. For my very first job, it was tell, show, do. And that learning process really worked for me. Tell, show, do. Tell me how to do it, show me how to do it, and then I'm gonna be able to do it. It works. What else did I want to talk about? So I did want to make sure that I mentioned that for Mental Health Awareness Month, if you don't have one already and you feel like you are in a place and nobody around you are able to like talk to them or have a discussion with them, I would definitely suggest signing up for BetterHelp and getting you a therapist. My therapist is the perfect person for me. I tell her this all the time because she just gets me. Like, she gets me as if the one day she told me something and it blew my mind because it's like, damn, you only been knowing me for 3 years, sister. Like, how do you even know me this well? And she just knows and she gets it. Like, the way that I got my therapist, again, I signed up for BetterHelp. It was a particular thing that I wanted to talk about with somebody who was not a friend or a family member. I wanted somebody's unbiased. I don't want to say attention. Attention was about to come out. Somebody's unbiased thoughts or point of view on a certain situation that I was experiencing. And I had this one lady. She was really nice. We had 2 sessions together, and then she was like, hey, I'm leaving the platform, so you're going to have to find you another therapist. And that was that. She was really nice, don't get me wrong. But then that like the website showed me how to put in what I wanted. I put in what I wanted, and then the first person that popped up, I thought I clicked on her, and I didn't click on her. I clicked on my actual therapist, and I started reading, and I'm like, oh well, I don't even want to read the other ladies now. I want to, message her. So set up the appointment. We had our I do BetterHelp is an app and I have it on my phone. So basically it's like a FaceTime conversation that I can have at home with my therapist, and it's helped me grow so much from the person I was when I started to who I am now. It's a total different thing, and I'm so grateful for it. So I'm telling y'all right now, there's help out there if you want help. Some people's jobs, and I also want to go back to me taking off the summer last summer. I'll get to that because that was a big part of what me wanting to have talk about on this podcast episode as well. Um, if your job, sometimes your job may have like I'm not sure exactly what it's called for every other company. I know we had it at Lowe's, and we also have. I could just say that I used to work at Lowe's, but I refuse to tell y'all where I work at now. And it's like it's so easy to figure out, but that ain't none of y'all business. And I just want to make sure I don't slip up and say it because I don't want them people to have nothing to do with this. I can talk about Lowe's because I haven't worked there in years, and y'all know I loved working at Lowe's when I worked at Lowe's until I stopped loving working at Lowe's. But anyway, they had it there and they have it at this company I work for now, but where they will basically pay for you or household members to go to therapy. That is you can find it out when you're signing up for like your healthcare coverages and stuff like that at the end of the year. But what I did last summer, I want to make sure that I go over this because I know I talk about taking the summer off last summer all the time. May 1st last year, like I said, I woke up and I was in my bed and I couldn't get out my bed. I couldn't get up. I physically couldn't move. You know how they tell you like to do the 1, 2, 3 count? I remember doing that count like 10 times and then I just bust out crying because I could not get out the bed. And the way my job worked is that if we have like anytime PTO. So I just put in PTO for that day. And I didn't get out of the bed the whole day. The whole day. There's an episode of Euphoria when it's like on one of the episodes when she was like detoxing and she was talking about having to pee and how when you can't get out the bed but you know you have to pee and you're not gonna pee on yourself but you're just holding it. That's basically what I did that day, and that's not good because that is how your body will create a urinary tract infection. I'm telling y'all, do not do that. But I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't get out the bed. And then the next day, woke up again. And now this point, I can't get up. And now I'm crying and praying because God, please give me strength to get out of this bed. Right? I was able to get out the bed that day. I was able to get up. I got up. I walked to my work area and I sat in a chair and I broke down crying. Again, don't know what this is. And at that time, I don't have a whole lot of responsibilities. I'm a single woman. I don't have any kids. I don't know if I've ever told y'all that. I'm a grandmother. Not, oh Lord Jesus. I'm a godmother of many, an auntie to many, a mother to none. Okay. So I said a grandmother. Y'all, let me just tell y'all this little joke. One of my godsons, every time I go to visit them, he always call me grandma. He will always slip up and call me grandma. If I have my bonnet on, hey grandma, and I'm like, I'm not your grandma boy. Then I got to take my bonnet off. I'm your CC. Like, what are you talking about? And he just laugh and run off. But I think that like he's done this to me since he was able to talk. I think that now he's doing it on purpose. But that's my baby, and I love him. But I just thought that was so funny. But yes, like I said, godmother. At this point, I got 6 godchildren and 1 on the way. I have 11 nieces and nephews. So, like I said, I don't have the same responsibilities as other people. When people ask me if, like, is there any children in the home? I'm the child in this home. It's me. I'm the adult and the kid in here. And if y'all seen my house, y'all would understand why I say I'm the adult and the kid in here. It's very much a grown woman live over here, but a grown kid lives here also. Anyway, Uh so I'm saying about not having that many responsibilities because if there is a day where all I want to do is do my job and then lay on the couch and watch TV for the rest of the day, I can. And that it won't hurt anybody. Nobody. Nothing's gonna happen. World won't stop. Right? So it's not like I just had so much stuff to do and just life was my point in saying all of that was that it wasn't like I didn't have things that were just like, if you don't do this today, like this is going to happen. Is never anything like that. All of the other things that I do in my life, like the photography, the painting, the podcast, the radio, every other thing, I just do it. I just can. It's not a big old responsibility for me. Like I'm not contractually held to nothing. Okay. And my point in saying all of that is when I was having this feeling, you would have thought I had 10 deadlines to meet, 14 meetings at work. Like you would have thought life was just crazy stressful for me. And I'm telling my therapist, I'm like, I'm not stressed out. Like I'm not stressed out. Nothing is stressing me out. I have nothing right now going on to stress me out. And then that's when we realized, talking further, how I said on the other episode when I talked about carrying and holding weight for other people, that had became a lot for me. And the job that I do have, I talk to the public a lot. I talk to a lot of strangers. And I wasn't doing a good job. I already know that I'm a highly sensitive person and I am an empath. Like people want you to be empathetic. And the craziest thing is, the one thing my coach always tells me is I'm not really hearing any empathy on these conversations. And it's just like, I don't even understand that because I'm an empath. Like I don't understand it. But I'm an empath who is not going to be apologizing for something that I didn't like. I'm not apologizing. Like that's this just not saying in my real life. I'm saying at work. I will apologize if I'm wrong. Like if my friend tells me like, see, you said that to me and it hurt my feelings, I will apologize for hurting your feelings. I don't have a problem with that. That's not my issue. But with I don't know these people. I'm not saying sorry you can't pay your light bill today because you got to pay this. I'm not doing that. But anyway, I don't even want to talk about that. My purpose in saying all this was end up taking off. Ran out of my PTO. I took PTO for 7 days straight because I could not. I just couldn't. Held up in my apartment. Even my downstairs neighbor like see me taking out the trash one day and was like, I forgot you was in there. And I was like, listen, if you don't be seeing me taking my trash out, come knock on my door and make sure I'm all right. Okay. So real sweet lady lives in the apartment under me. But anyway, and she told me that day, and that's what made me realize like, damn, I really don't be leaving out the house. And 7 days straight, and then for the next week I just called in. Like I just called in, and then one day my supervisor called me and she texted me and she was like, hey, I'm noticing that you have not been in a work group at all for like 2 weeks now. What's up? What's going on? What's wrong? And I just told her like, listen, I don't think that I can do this job anymore. This is becoming way too much for me to carry, and I don't feel like it's worth it. And she said, well, why don't we have you talk to HR to see what other options you may have, because you don't have to quit. And I spoke with HR. They told me to sign up for FMLA. That's where you can take a leave of absence from work. So I was able to take a leave of absence from work last summer, paid leave of absence. I was able to use like short-term disability or whatever. So that way I was able to still pay my rent, pay my bills and stuff like that. But in that time, I had to go to the doctor. My doctor had to sign off on those documents. I already had a therapist, so my therapist had to sign off on some documents. My point in telling y'all is this is if your job allows you, if you have those kind of benefits where you can take a leave of absence, if you are not feeling okay, take that leave of absence, please. Or just use your PTO. Like that's literally what people give it. That's why we have it, you know? It's like so many people want to just work, and then don't want to use their PTO. You have to create a good work home life balance. You have to. Otherwise, you will lose your fucking mind. I promise you. You have to. I didn't mean to get all blunt with y'all, but I'm telling y'all the truth. Because and not to say I wasn't using my PTO, because it got to a point where I was just using my PTO just to have 3 days off in a row, to just be honest with you, because I didn't want to do it. Actually, I'm lying. Last year, it was 4 days. I would do that so I could have 4 days off in a row, because I used to. Well, no, it was still three. Never mind. I was about to say I used to work 4 days a week and then have 3 days off, but one of my days off was like during the week, and then I had like the weekend. Um, and that was awesome. But I would always just like take one of the days before my single day off or before my 2 days off, and that way I could have all of that time off so I could do stuff for myself, so I could go take a walk, so I could go to the pool. And last summer I spent a lot of time in the sun, because I know me, one thing that works for my depression is to get that sun. Like I be saying, you gotta have that sun touch the back of your neck. When the sun touch the back of your neck, it just re-energizes you. It recalibrates all your cells. You just feel awesome, right? That is what works for me. I'm always going to only tell y'all what works for me. Also, I got the opportunity to have a lot of really good conversations that help me figure out and navigate what I was going through, because like I said, I didn't know what was happening. And that was really scary. I'm like, I don't get why this is happening, because every other time I've been depressed, I've always recognized, hey, you're depressed, sister. You need to do this. Now do this. And you need to rest. And that's another thing, rest. Right now, with everything being as expensive as it is, it's expensive out here. Okay, I ain't gonna act like I ain't dealing with it as well. My first apartment, my rent was $566. All right, $566. Let's just say I wish that I could go back. Love love my house right now. Love living over here. If I could get like $200 off the rent, life would be perfect. You hear me? But like I said, all of my needs are met. I am not complaining. But that's not making me realize that, like for instance, I have nieces that are in college. When I got my first apartment, I was in college, had a job, and then, was living on my own. Big transition for me. I'm scared for this next generation, because one bedroom apartments are starting at $800. You're not making $800 working in fast food unless you're working like a dog or working two jobs. And even I thought about recently, like, damn, do I want to get another job? Then when I thought about it, if I get another job, I'm not going to have enough time to rest. I'm not going to have enough time to do my podcast. I'm not going to have enough time to study. And 20-year-old Ceion worked enough for the both of us, okay? Because I did multiple times in my 20s, I was working two jobs. And it's just like, when you work in two jobs, that home life work balance that I'm talking about is non-existent, honey. Non-existent, honey. That those be the people where you hear your friends like, girl, you coming out tonight, girl? What? Because they at work. That's how I used to be. I'm at work. Oh no, I can't go. I gotta work. No, I can't go out of town. I gotta work. And then it's like all this work, and then you are not resting, and now you stressed, and now your hair falling out, or your hair turning gray. And I just want to say, no shade to all of my friends, but so many of my people that I've been talking to have been telling me that they got gray hairs, and I'm just like, how are we here? I'm not there yet. How are y'all there? What's going on? And anytime, like, because I have been the one that was like, I listen, I know what stress feels like. And then when one of my people tell me like, hey, I've been stressed out, this going on, but let's figure it out, baby. How can we let you get some more rest? Like, what we gotta do? Let's figure it out. Let's talk about it, because we gotta rest. That's what I just want y'all to take away from this for the whole month of May, because it is mental health awareness. I want y'all to do me one favor: rest. I know y'all probably want to go to the party. I know y'all probably want to get that overtime. I know y'all probably want to go to the club. But just do this. Rest. And resting don't always mean sleep. Sometimes resting means just being in the present moment and appreciating that present moment. Just sitting there, just meditating, just being by yourself. Just resting, just laying down. My mama do this thing. My mama's favorite way of resting is laying on her side. Like everybody in my family always know, Belle, what you doing? Laying on my side? Lay on your side. You gotta lay on your side for a little while. I'm telling y'all. And if you can lay on your side in the sun, that is a win, win, win. Okay? It's a win, win, win. I just want us all to start taking better care of ourselves and our mental health because it can get real, real, real tricky out here. Really tricky out here. So I want y'all to make sure that you are resting. That's number one. I've been back on my vitamin regimen, so I'm gonna tell y'all to get on y'all vitamin regimen too. Make sure y'all drinking y'all water and make sure y'all getting some sun. Even if you are taking vitamin D, take vitamin D. But and just a little tea. If you take vitamin D, get your little magnesium too. I heard the girls talking about. Well, I ain't gonna say the girls because I definitely heard this from a man doctor on Instagram. When you're taking your vitamin D, it's good to take magnesium also. I'm gonna get with Dr. Tim about that just to tell y'all exactly what kind of magnesium and how much you may need. I'm gonna ask Dr. Tim about it and I'll get back to y'all. But if you are going to do the vitamin D, make sure you're also getting you some sunshine. I know that it is really, really hot and the pollen is going crazy. As soon as I open my door, y'all know them little white flowers I'm talking about in New Orleans. I hate them. It just, that's what spring in New Orleans smell like to me. And it's a lot for my senses. I just get overloaded and I don't like it. But I got to live with it because I got to get my sun. All right. Ain't nothing coming between me and the sun except some sunscreen. And also make sure to wear y'all sunscreen even when y'all is getting the sun. All right. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to tell y'all about. I do want to say I went to this really cool party last weekend. Actually, let me back up because I just want to make sure I say this. One of my friends, Ryan Shagadelic Baptiste, performed at Jazz Fest last Friday, and it was amazing. And it was amazing. And it was amazing. I have seen him perform in bars throughout college, parties at his house. My friend is so talented and I'm so happy for him. It was incredible. Then they did a second line for his brother. Rest in peace to that man. For his brother, and oh man, it was amazing. I wasn't there for the second line day. I did see that on Instagram, but his other brother, I think his brother who played with him name is Jamal. Amazing on the drums. And then Shag did a drum solo and it was incredible. I'm telling y'all, if y'all ever Shagadelic, look him up. Raw Revolution. Look him up. Also, he sells like merch for, Raw Rev. And he also sells papers. So for my smokers who only like papers, he also has like the cones where you can stuff them. Follow at Raw Revolution on Insta. I think it's like Raw Revolution 504, or it may just be Raw Revolution on Instagram. I be saying these things right off the dump and then can't remember people names on stuff. But good music, great vibes, very talented from New Orleans. It's amazing. That night I was on Sonic League duty. I went out. Expedia had a party where Anderson .Paak, Tank, and the Bangers performed. There was another person, and I should have looked her up right before this episode, but she was from Colombia. Amazing performance, y'all. I'm gonna fast forward through the night. Tank and the Bangers. Tank is just, she's so cute to me. Love her, love her, and she's really, really sweet. I met her at a pop-up shop. Really sweet girl and talented. The entire band, the Bangers, are also talented. Don't get me wrong, everybody's talented there. I love watching them perform because it's a party. Okay, it is a party down. Such a good time. Anderson .Paak was performing. Anderson .Paak's performance was so good, so electrifying that I almost passed out, y'all. I had one of my moments where that HSP, it just comes over you and it's like, I can't take this no more. I gotta go outside. I can't breathe. But I was able to calm myself down, so I am very, very proud of myself. I was able to sit down, calm down, and then enjoy the rest of the night, and it was awesome. He did all of the songs that I wanted him to do, and I didn't think he was gonna do Six Sonic. I was hoping he was gonna do a Six Sonic song because I don't know if I told y'all, but I was very much in love with Six Sonic. That record was amazing. The album was awesome. I listened. It got a lot of plays in this house. I know my neighbors were sick of me listening to Leave the Door Open." Okay, and Love Train. No, Love Train was my Silk Sonic's version of Love Train is my favorite version. No shade to nobody else. I love the song, period. But Bruno put a little bit more on them ad libs, and I'm an ad lib kind of girl. You know what I mean? He just put a little more on them ad libs. But Anderson did his verse from Leave the Door Open, and it was just so cute. He's just so cute, y'all. He's so cute. And then at the end of the night, now this is what I really wanted to tell y'all. At the end of the night, he did a DJ set. And I know the last episode I talked about DJing and the art of DJing and how I love to see that skill and that talent. This man was DJing with all vinyl records. Me and Kelly DJ'd the party all together. So I was there with Kelly, DJ Kelly Green. Shout out to my girl, Sonic League Radio. Download our mobile app. But I kept looking at him, and then I looked at her, and I would look at him, and I would look at her, and she knew, like, and that's the thing about me and Kelly. Like, I could just look at her, and she could just read my mind. Like, we can do that back and forth with each other. And we're mouthing to each other, like, this is so fire. Like, he's so fire. Y'all, if y'all ever see DJ Pee Wee on a flyer, go. I'm telling y'all. Anderson .Paak as DJ Pee Wee killed the night. Okay? It was so it was so fire, and the skill, the talent. Like, I like to watch people's hands when they DJ. Like, what are you doing? How you mixing that? Like, do it. I love to see it. Not in the like, oh, what you doing? Like, how you doing? Like, blah, blah, blah. Nah, I'm off to the side. I'm not even bothering you because I want you to be in your zone while I'm watching you. I love to watch people work. It's just, it's amazing. My breath just be taken away. I'm pretty sure if anybody was on the other side of the stage and was able to like see me in the back of the videos, my mouth is open because I was like astounded at how talented this skill was. Like, oh, it was awesome. That was a really, really fun night. And I'm not a girl that's going to be out till 2-3 o'clock in the morning, but Auntie was outside. Okay. Listen, it's Jazz Fest. It's Jazz Fest. Jazz Fest, Essence Fest, ain't no curfew. Go home, go outside, just be in the street. It was a good time. It was such a good time. And we were able to have so many like creative discussions after that moving forward. And I am just so excited to have this year progress and go on. We're learning so much more. We're growing in so many ways. And I'm just excited to put all of that focus and that energy out and be able to share it, of course, with my loved ones, because I love y'all. Also, y'all, if you are wanting to book a tarot reading with me, only for the month of May, and I'm going to do it for the whole month of May. I'm doing a tarot special. I'm using 3 cards out of 3 decks, giving you your messages. What do you need to hear? $33. DM me on Instagram, DM me on Facebook, DM me on Twitter. However you want to DM me, send me an email, text me if you have my number. If you want a reading, hit me up. Let's do it. I'm feeling really, really good about May. I just feel like this Taurus season, astrology wise, it's lit. Like, it's lit. You hear me? After the 13th, the shadow phase of Mercury retrograde is going to be over. Also, they got some planets moving around. Jupiter doing this thing. They got a little something going on with Neptune. We can further get into this. I feel like this is stuff that I want to further talk about, not on the pod, because I don't know. Well, not on the pod, because we're going to talk about it, but I don't be wanting to break it down deep. We're going to get to that. We'll figure that out once I get YouTube figured out. Once I get YouTube figured out, we can talk a lot more about astrology. I don't want to do that with this because this is not that, but I just talk about it a little, give y'all a taste on here. But like I said, if y'all want to book a reading, just let me know. I'm ready and available. Also, my little girls, they have their hair sale until Mother's Day. And they have one of the sales, I'm going to just say this right now. One of the sales is on a flyer. They got 18, 20, and 22 for $100. 3 bundles. And it's some good hair. Like, it's some amazing hair. It's some amazing hair. I can't wait for y'all to try it out. Can't wait for y'all to try it out. 1578. I was about to say it wrong again. 1578 hair. 1578. Follow them on Instagram. 1578. Don't forget it. That's my little girls. They sell hair. They got Brazilian curly, straight, natural body wave, the 613 30-inch bust down bundles. Y'all better take advantage of this sale. Y'all ain't never seen no sale like this, and they won't be doing many sales. So, and it's until Mother's Day, literally on Mother's Day. So if your mama like bundles, y'all better hit them up. 1580, 1578. I don't know why I keep wanting to say 87. My sister gonna beat me upside my head because 1578 is all her children's birthdays. Like, they're all their birth months. It's all of their birth months, and I don't know why. Like, I know when my nieces and nephews were born. I was there. But 1578 hair. 1578 on Instagram. I'm gonna make sure that I put their well, I've been posting it, so if you follow me on Instagram and been paying attention, you've seen it. But of course, I'll keep on posting it. Also, like I said, Sonic League Radio, make sure to download our mobile app. It's 24 hours music all day long, all your jams. On Saturday we do Millennial Jam. That's like my favorite day because y'all know I'm little Miss Millennial. Okay, listening to that all day on Saturday. But it's 24 hours every night at 11. We do a Machiavelli hour. So, not Machiavelli, Bigavale. I'm just talking a lot, it's the end of the show and now I'm like forgetting what I'm supposed to be saying. Ridiculous. Also, for my girls with the lashes, Slaytex Beauty. Slaytex Beauty for the lashes. Make sure to get into it. Shop Gifts from a Goddess, Shea Butter, Cocoa Butter, Holy Trinity Body Butter. I'm so excited. I'm still working on graphics for the new products, but it's up, y'all. It's up and it's on. Let's get it. What else I want to say? I think that's all I got, y'all. Thank y'all so much for listening. I hope that moving forward, if you do feel like you need, oh yeah, and if you all do want to, I do have a link for BetterHelp where if you want to sign up for it, I could give you my referral link. You get a free week, I get a free week. And I would love a free week to talk to Miss Mary. She's my favorite girl. So just let me know. I'm always here to help. Also, if you all have any questions or have any comments that y'all want to like discuss on the show, any questions y'all want me to go over, any topics y'all want advice on, anything like that, there's a Q&A section on Spotify, or you can also send me a DM on Instagram at Misguided Goddess Podcast. Let me know and I will either email it back to you or we'll talk about it on the show. Either way, just let me know what you want to do. Thank you all so, so much for listening. I truly appreciate it. Hope that you all have a wonderful, amazing week. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Today's the day that I'm recording this, even though it is late at night. But it is Cinco de Mayo, and have an awesome week. Peace and richest blessings, loved ones. Thank you for listening. Peace.